Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm Jessica Williams. Thanks for joining me this morning. So you all know that I love dance. I used to be the dance director at my church for 7 years, and it has a special place in my heart. So today I am taking you inside of Beacons of Light Dance Studio. It's a faith-based recreational studio where kids can come and be themselves. No pressure, just learning the art of dance. And later, how about some Flashback Friday? We're revisiting Recon Power Bikes and learning all about the e-bike phenomenon. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Beacons of Light Dance Studio is a faith-based center offering a variety of dance classes to youth in our community. They have 2 locations in Fort Wayne, and I am outside of the Southwest location, and I'm taking you inside. Let's do it. Joining me now is their owner, Amy Peters. Hi, Amy.
Hi, Jessica.
How's it going?
It's going well.
Good. Well, I'm happy to be here. I have such an affinity for dance and love it so much. And so I'm excited to learn all about Beacons of Light Dance Studio. So please share with us about your business.
Beacons of Light Dance Studio opened 5 years ago. It is a faith-based recreational dance studio, and I welcome students of all kinds. My youngest student right now is at 18 months old, all the way up through high school. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, I have a Tots and Tutus program, which is a parent-taught class. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun to work with those youngins, and I, in fact, hope to launch a new program this year called the Baby Boogie class, which would be 6 months through 18 months. So yes, we believe music and dance can start at that early young age, just kind of getting them rhythm, get that rhythm going and that movement. So yes, faith-based, recreational, everybody's welcome. We have kids with special needs here. That's kind of my new project. I'm a certified dancer teacher with RhythmWorks Integrated Dance, and that has led me to a whole new world of bringing dance to children who absolutely love it and have a wonderful passion for it. They may not fit in what some people call the typical classroom, but they fit in our classroom here.
Oh, that is so nice. In 5 years, and you have 2 locations.
I have 2 locations, yes. Georgetown North is where we started, and then we started in January 2020. Right here at the Southwest location. So.
Right. I love the pause on that date because it's such a significant year, and to overcome that pandemic with this studio is truly faith-driven, I am sure.
It absolutely
and so how was that during that time?
So, a lot of studios went to Zoom at that time. I chose not to. I knew that the kids were already struggling with all the things they were being asked to do at school. And so what we did is posted videos to YouTube to unlisted, kind of private links that only those classes could get a hold of. I posted over 300 videos during that 11-week time. And the teachers, my teachers that worked for me did some choreography videos, so we kept going. But I think the most important thing that came out of that is I reached out to my families and I said, look, if you are being affected by this pandemic and can no longer pay for your dance classes, it's okay. You're still gonna have access to these videos. We want these children to still have that kind of almost like a study break. Like that was they could do their dance during study break times. And I fully intended on having a recital, which I did. And then to those parents who I said are not being as affected greatly, if you can continue to pay, we would greatly appreciate your support. The best thing that happened was I easily had a half dozen families that reached out and said, Amy, we're doing okay and we're going to pay double this month.
Oh,
and so they kind of helped pick up the slack where other parents just couldn't. And I just, it brought me to tears over and over again. I just loved what God was doing here. So
that it gives me chills. It's just so nice, the community and how we support each other in all facets. And so share with me about the different dance genres you teach here.
Sure. So I mentioned the Tots and Tutus program, my littles, but then we offer ballet, tap, jazz, jazzy hop, which is a mixture of jazz and hip hop for young students.
Okay.
Lyrical, and then I also have ministry teams. So they focus a little bit more on the message that we're trying to send out, so that the songs that I choose for them are a little bit more deliberate, and that's what we're trying to do, is send messages of hope and encouragement and love into the world. We're trying to be the change that we want to see in the world. And yes, so we do a little bit of everything, and just love it. I love what I get to do.
Yeah,
They say that when you find a job that you love, you never work a day in your life.
Right.
I'm not saying this isn't hard work,
Right.
but I definitely have been blessed.
Yeah, I can tell. I can see the passion when you speak about it. So where does that passion come from? What is your dance background, and what made you open up this studio?
Okay, so I've been dancing since I was a 5-year-old. I come from a small town in Southwest Michigan, and little tiny dance studio, but just have been dancing all my life. Had the opportunity in my young teens to travel to Europe. This little town that I came from, she got involved in like an international exchange dance program. So at age 11, I spent 2 weeks in Spain dancing. Went back to Europe in '89 when I was 15. Now I'm aging myself. But toured Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. And then as a senior, we went to New York and got to perform in New York and at West Point, United States Military Academy at West Point. We got to go there and perform. And everywhere we went, we would always, my dance teacher, Vi Schaefer, always would take us to local studios. So we got some local dance culture. In New York, we got to go to some Broadway shows, and we got to, take classes from world-renowned, choreographers at the time. It was really great.
Yes.
So there's my dance background. Then I got away from it. I went to college because, can't make any money in dance, or so everyone said, "Are you going to dance when you grow up?" I said, "Well, no." So I took my faith, and I took my love and passion for dance, and my gift of teaching all children, especially those who learn differently, and Beacons of Light was born.
I love that. Congratulations. That's so incredible. Is there a certain time of day? I know that you said that this is recreational, so are your classes offered all throughout the day or just after school? How does that work?
Sure. Most of our classes are evening classes, Monday through Thursday, typically 4:30 to 8:30 is when we're here in the studios. I do have a few daytime classes offered Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings right now, and then we do have Saturday mornings here at the Southwest location.
Okay, and I must ask, knowing that you have danced all over the world, really in different countries, where was your favorite place to experience dance?
Excellent question. Well, it kind of depends. When we went to Europe, we were treated like celebrities. Like people would stop us and ask for our autograph. So that was a kind of neat experience. And Germany is absolutely gorgeous. I'd always wanted to go to Germany, so that was really special. But I do feel I was very blessed to get to travel the world and get to do that. I have done some traveling here in Fort Wayne with another studio that I used to work for, and we would go to Disney World, and I take the kids to Disney World in Branson, Missouri, and I hope to do that again very soon with Beacons of Light, and take our faith-based message around the world and around our country here. So.
Yes, and what is the biggest thing that your kids walk away from after experiencing a class or a semester with you?
Okay, so here's the thing. What I hope that they walk away from is, sure, a love and passion for dance, but more than that, we're teaching these kids how to be human, how to empathize with others. We are ambassadors to a program called the Wingman Program, which core values are, winning isn't everything, include everyone, never shut anyone down, go above and beyond, and step up and take the lead. So I could care less if my kids walked out of here and still tripped over their own feet. But if they take those values into the world with them, then we're going to make that change.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Amy. And where can they go if they want to find out more information about your dance class?
Our website, beaconsoflightdancestudio.com. You can get all kinds of information there, and feel free to give me a call. I'd love to talk with you. We offer free classes, free trials, so come on in and try it out. Because I want to know that you feel comfortable here, as students feel comfortable here, and that it's a good fit for you.
Yeah, I love it. And as Amy said, we must be the change, and we'll have their website listed below, and we'll be right back.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
You've heard of them, and you've probably even seen them out in the streets. This is an electric bike, which is the hottest new trend in mobile vehicles. I am here at Recon Power Bikes headquarters. I'm gonna take you on the inside, take a tour, learn about the products, and I'm gonna test drive them for the first time ever. You ready? Let's do it. Joining me now is Chris Warren, the operations manager. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
I'm so happy to be here.
Good, we're happy to have you.
Listen, I think that this place is so fascinating, and what you all are doing is so cool. And the fact that it's based out of Fort Wayne, founded here, and globally distributed is very cool. So I want to learn more about Recon. So can you give us a little background?
Sure. So Recon started about 7 years ago through the design phase, getting ideas, getting traction, and then from there we are now like you said, a globally shipped globally.
Yeah.
So we do a couple of different main things. Consumer bikes as well as law enforcement bikes are our two big avenues, and then recently, like you see behind us, is our global licensing deal with General Motors, which has really propelled us up in the industry.
Yes, that's really exciting, and really the electric movement is happening, right? We're seeing it in vehicles, and now with bikes that really allow for people to have an ease with their travel and be creative with it and not be exhausted by it. So someone like me who has asthma, I think that this is a really cool alternative to not being able to do some sports sometimes, So as you said, you hit on a couple of different areas. So the consumer aspect, people at home can buy these for different reasons. So can you share how people use them?
Sure, yeah. So people use them if they're camping at campsites, on the beach sometimes, going through mountain trails. There's a lot of different avenues. People sometimes pull equipment like trailers and things if they're fishing, for example. Really the opportunities for the consumer side are endless.
Yes, okay, and they can do local commute to get to work quicker if there's heavy traffic, especially in big cities. That's amazing. And then also there's different ways that they can pull things around. So I see that you have wagons and you have attachments and stuff like that, which is really cool, and we'll get into that more later. But you mentioned the hunting and the fishing aspect to it. So we're standing right here in front of this bike. So let's go ahead and talk about this and some of the features that we see.
Sure, so we'll start with the bike. This is our Ranger, it's our flagship model. Like you said, hunting, it's a camo dip bike. It's a 1,000-watt mid-driven bike, so it's our flagship top-of-the-line bike. As you see, you're pulling a trailer, single-wheel trailer. There's a couple different options, but this is one that we have here today. And just to show that it can be used for hunting, we are showing a mock-up of a deer in the back of it as well.
Yeah, that caught my attention when I first walked in. I was like, okay.
And also as well, like it does have side, different bags and different accessories you can outfit it with, just to pull more gear and more utility things with you.
Yes, that's so awesome. And really the concept behind the EV bike, or EV bike or e-bike, EB, we'll just call it EB. The concept is really that people have an option. If they do want to pedal, they can, but this gives an assist, right?
Yes.
So kind of break down that technology of how that works.
Sure, so you hit it exactly right. There's 3 ways to ride the bike. You can ride with no motor assist at all. You can ride with what's called pedal assist, PAS. There's 5 levels. So as you are pedaling, the motor is increasing, with increasing levels is giving you motor assist. And the last, more fun way arguably, is with no pedaling at all and using just a thumb throttle.
Okay, and that's just cruising. So that means that the bike will propel without you having to actually pedal.
Yes.
Okay, that's really cool. And with different activities that people do outside, right? This can kind of handle any texture of ground. So from mountain climbing, in a sense, if you're out fishing, if you're out hunting, but also on the beach. Yeah, so share with me just a couple of ways that people use this in a unique way that you have seen.
Ooh, I'd say the most unique way is beaches, like you said. Remote camping, just to take firewood from one place to another. On very small trails where, let's say, an ATV can't go. You have to get something even smaller to be able to fit in there. So using our bikes with a trailer, firewood's one that I can think of off the top of my head. And then oftentimes, if you're in a crowded fishing spot, sometimes the best spot is a mile down the road. So you can put your poles in the back and take it wherever you need to go to get away from the crowd.
Okay, and with these attachments, so over here with this one is a really cool one that you said people can use for the beach as well. You can put your coolers, you can put your beach towels, maybe not your kid.
I wouldn't recommend it. No.
Yeah.
But this one, like you said, this is a very utilitarian trailer, so you can actually fold it completely flat. So it opens up the
wow.
opportunity to put a lot more things on it than just this
Right.
footprint right here.
That's very nice, very nice. And then of course, with this being an electric device, you have to charge it, of course. So
Absolutely.
how does the charging work on it?
So it's very simple. So you can charge the battery while it's in the bike.
Okay.
So if it's in your garage, for example, or you can take the battery out of the bike
Oh, it has a little lock on it, okay.
and you can take it, let's say, into your office or into your shop or inside your RV, for example, and charge it wherever you need to.
That's so cool. And I noticed that there's a lock on it so you can make sure that no one can take
Exactly.
it. Which you guys thought of everything with creating this device. I can't believe it's just been 6 to 7 years because this product is just so innovative. I mean, you guys have grown significantly
Sure.
over that amount of time. It became, what, the top distributor for EVs?
For law enforcement,
Electric-
absolutely.
Okay, for law enforcement. That's incredible. Okay, so we talked about the battery in the sense, you can put it back on there, yeah. So we talked about the battery and how it can easily be removed and put back on there, look at that. But then there's also a solar charge panel right here. So tell me how this works.
So, for instance, we talked about the hunting and the camping and the remote opportunities that,
Yes.
you can ride it anywhere. So if you are remote, there's no way to charge it unless you have a generator, for example, or you have a solar panel. So we've developed solar panels that you can basically take with you wherever you need to recharge your battery. So a lot of people often buy 2 batteries and they'll always have one charging on a solar panel, and when they get back for the night or from whatever activity they were doing, they always have one that was fully charged so they can swap them out.
Okay, that's incredible. Yeah, so this type of technology is just so innovative, and I know that you all have grown significantly over the last 7 years, and one of your major accomplishments that happened last year was your partnership with General Motors.
Yes.
Which is so cool. So you guys created this Hummer EV bike back here, and it's special licensing through GMC, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and so share with me about this product and kind of let me know how, what people can expect and how they can access it.
Sure. So, like you said, we had a global licensing deal with General Motors to allow us to use the Hummer name. It came about, General Motors wanted a bike to complement the GMC Hummer, which is, when you think about it, an off-road vehicle. It's big, it's bad, and most importantly, it's 100% electric. So the idea was to, with their partnership, create a bike that fit right in with the brand. So we have here an all-wheel drive electric bike.
Wow.
So meaning you can select front-wheel drive only, rear-wheel drive, or use them both together and ride it in all-wheel drive.
Nice.
And any person can actually access this on our website, reconpowerbikes.com, or if their local GMC dealer has them in stock, they can go there and pick one up as well. Okay. And if they don't, make sure that you ask them about it so they can buy it from us.
I love it. Of course, the beautiful white Hummer color, and yeah, it kind of has everything. So speaking of, you guys have such a strong consumer base when it comes to police, security, military, federal agencies, because you guys provide these bikes that can allow for them to get to emergencies.
Yes.
Which is so cool. So share with me a little bit more about that.
So, yes. So our big motto for law enforcement is safer, further, faster. So you can use the thumb throttle, for instance, and arrive to a call or on scene without being fatigued. You can go further on a bike patrol than you would on a standard bike, again, without being fatigued. And it's safer because it's actually a heavier bike, and it reduces the amount of pinch flats you can have and over the front handlebar collisions or over the front handlebar crashes that normal bikes experience.
Yes, and that's really amazing that you can travel at that faster pace. And I know that you have police vehicles here and also for fire and EMS.
Yes.
So how do these really work and help them with their job?
Sure. So like we touched on before, you can patrol faster, further, safer. especially in the, Florida, for example, where it's very hot, officer fatigue is a big deal.
Yes.
So in those southern states, that's a huge plus. And it's also got a cool factor to it too.
Yeah.
But for fire and EMS, that's one that's a little bit different than police. You're not actively patrolling, so that's one where you might be on call at a large event like a fireworks show or a parade or a football game where you're on call to give aid if someone goes down with an injury, for example.
Yes, and if you're at a festival and there's so many people around, you really can't drive a car in the middle of the crowd.
Yeah, a bike is much more maneuverable.
Yes, or if you're stranded somewhere, if you're out hunting or mountain climbing, you have a really bad accident, there's a stretcher here that really allows for someone to be transported.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. And something else is that you guys really have grown in a way of getting into all of the security facilities, in the sense of you work with the FBI, which is so cool. You provide for so many police departments, college campuses, and just anyone who needs this type of motor vehicle around. I was like, what did they do before? Just get exhausted, just traveling. So now you all have that ability. Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's
so
a very
cool.
niche market.
Yeah, very cool. And one other thing I have to tell you is that on the police bike, they have a little siren. Scared me. And then this here reads license plates, and they have the bag, so it really is fully equipped.
And don't forget about the lights too.
Oh.
So you can
Oh, look at that.
Turn the lights on.
Official, but this purchase is for police officers only.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm so excited to be able to try out and ride and test out some of these vehicles. So we're gonna do a joyrides. All right, guys, stay tuned.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
That's our show for today. And before I leave, let me give you some encouragement. While you're out, give a little smile, give a little wave, share a little light and love today. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. And on Monday, we have a special show that you don't want to miss. I hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.